Cool. All right. So I've got Jake here, the owner of Native Coffee Club here in Denver, and he is a local business. And definitely want to highlight him because one, he's a local business doing some awesome things, but he's also supporting other local businesses. So it's kind of a one-two punch, which I think is pretty awesome, and a really interesting concept, and something I hope to see him expand and do really well here in the Denver and Front Range market. Um, so I want to go through a series of questions kind of to talk about the company a little bit and highlight it. So Jake, appreciate your time again, man. How'd you get started with Native?
Yeah, well, first off, glad to be chatting with you. And, it's always great, I think, just to tell my story and kind of what we've done and, yeah, where we're going. So, yeah, Native started off as a side project, actually, when I was doing my MBA at Colorado Christian University. And I kind of wanted to start something while I was in grad school. Like, I felt like if I was going to pursue business school, that I wanted to actually use what I was learning and apply it and create a new business. So basically, Native started off as an idea of a service that didn't really exist, that I kind of wanted to see exist myself. So as a person that's passionate about specialty coffee and local coffee and the work that all of our Colorado specialty coffee roasters are doing here in the state, I kind of wanted to see like how we could actually get coffee from different specialty coffee roasters into the hands of people that may not have a chance to try them. There's specialty coffee roasters all over this state. There's some fantastic ones in the Springs like Loyal, and then you have some really good ones up in Fort Collins like Bindle and Harbinger. And a lot of times someone like me might not even know about them or ever get a chance to experience their coffee. And so the model was all based around trying to provide local businesses and local coffee roasters opportunities to get their coffee in the hands of people throughout the state that may not ever know about them. So essentially, Native started off, and it's a Colorado coffee subscription company. The way we designed it was basically for locals, but also at the same time, we don't block anyone out. So if somebody in Michigan wants to try us out, that's awesome. But we essentially wanted to create a model where people in the state are supporting their local specialty coffee roasters by having it delivered to their door. So basically the model is that we have two separate subscriptions. We have a blend subscription and a single origin subscription. And basically for the same price that you would normally buy a bag of specialty coffee, is you're able to have a bag of specialty coffee delivered to your door along with a free drink card to that roaster's cafe. And that's a big piece of it because we don't want to just send somebody a bag of coffee and they're like, awesome, this coffee was great, and then completely forget about that roaster, is just not even think about them, which I think happens with a lot of other coffee subscriptions. Is we actually wanted to send people back into these local cafes and roasters to be able to try a drink, experience what it's like, and just get to know them better.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that caught my attention the most. I really thought it was a cool idea just to have not only the bag, but that free gift, that free drink card. And then for the cost, I mean, it's an incredible value. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes total sense.
I mean, yeah, it's we're running the same prices that any other roaster would just send out a bag of their coffee. So I think by providing that service of being able to give you a different bag each month from a different roaster, and then also that free drink card, and some simple merch as well that the roaster will throw in, I think is a just great value for people that enjoy specialty coffee.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you mentioned the subscription model. So can you talk us through some options that you have? I know there's the subscriptions, there's the gift options. Can you highlight some of those?
Yeah. So as I said, we have two separate subscriptions, which is the blends. So usually if people don't know specialty coffee very well, a blend is going to basically be different types of coffee from different regions that a roaster will mix together to create a certain flavor. And so usually that's called a blend. It doesn't mean it's bad or it's any worse than a single origin. It's just something that creates a well-balanced cup. Whereas with a single origin, that's going to be coffee from a specific region or a specific farm and just that coffee. So it's designed to have a specific flavor and taste. So a lot of times people will call it, a more pure experience. I mean, it's going to be different from what you would get from a blended cup. And so we have those two separate subscriptions. The blend subscription is $19.99 a month. And we do free shipping as well, because everyone loves free shipping in this day and age with Amazon and stuff. And then we have the single origin subscription, which is just $3 more. So it's $22.99 a month. And then on top of that, what we've been, working with Drew and other people is we have gift subscriptions as well. So I think that in the day and age of so much waste and just, buying a random gift for someone and awesome, they use it for a couple weeks and then they throw it away or don't ever touch it again, is coffee is something that people can experience on a daily basis. So having a gift subscription, being able to buy somebody something that's supporting local businesses, but then also at the same time, something they can enjoy every morning, I think is something really special. And so we want to provide people with that by offering these gift subscriptions.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about that part, because as far as time frame goes, it's monthly, but for how many months can you sign up?
Yeah, so the normal subscriptions, you can sign up as long as you want. We always say it's just like Netflix. You have your own account, you can sign up, you can cancel at any point. And then with gift subscriptions, we offer everything from a 3-month subscription all the way up to a full year. And so it kind of gives people that opportunity that if they want to try it out for a little bit or want to get somebody a gift, is that they have those set amounts of time that they can give it to them for.
That's great. It's such a great idea. I mean, it's like flexibility of what you guys provide. It's cool.
Yeah.
The questions you mentioned, especially coffee shops, and we have a ton in Colorado. What are some of the companies, you kind of mentioned a few, but what are some of the companies you work with right now?
Yeah, so we work with, as of right now, we work with roasters across the Front Range. We eventually would love to expand to roasters in Grand Junction, but as of right now, it's mainly just our logistics and figuring that out. So we want to try to get the coffee into your hands as fresh as possible. So basically, I drive my car and go pick up all the coffee and then deliver within that next day or two. So you're getting your coffee just a few days off of roast, versus, if you're ordering from a different subscription company or ordering from out of state, it's going to take much longer to get that turnaround. So a lot of the roasters we work with are in the Front Range. So some really good ones that we've enjoyed. Spur Coffee was, I think, the second roaster that we partnered with, which was really awesome. They used to have their main location in Littleton, but they actually closed that down and now have a location in downtown Denver. So they're over on like First and Broadway area. So Spur's really awesome. A couple other special ones would be like Copper Door. So Copper Door was the first roaster we ever met with when we were just figuring out this idea. And they're, I think, if not the only, one of the only sole women-owned coffee roasters in Denver, which is pretty awesome. And possibly even the state. I'd have to go check that. But they specifically work with like women-owned farmers as well. So it's very women-focused, which is really awesome, I think, because it's an industry that usually doesn't have many women that are in the management / ownership level of these roasters. So I think what's special is like each roaster has their own story and their own vision, so you're not just getting a bag of their coffee, you're actually supporting what their vision is in their community. So you're able to push into other people's dreams and small businesses that they want to succeed in their own special way in their community.
Awesome. That's great. What is, for those that are interested, I know that I've kind of been through the process, but for those watching, what is it, I know you can go to your website, but what's that order and kind of delivery process look like, and timelines from when you order to when you receive it? How does that look?
Yep. Yeah. So right now, our model, when we first started, we had, I think, 20 subscribers. And so we had to make sure that we had a large enough order to give each of these roasters that they were happy with it. So as of right now, we ship once a month. So basically during the first week of each month, we ship out our bags. But we're actually in the process of transitioning onto a new shipping platform, which will allow us to ship every single week. Okay. So as of right now, if you do sign up tomorrow, it'll ship every month during the first week of each month. But we're actually going to be expanding that. So then if people want multiple bags a month, is they can actually have, a bag ship out that first week. They can have a bag ship out on the third week. You can do a bag every week if you're a really heavy coffee drinker. So we're kind of trying to expand to give people more control over when they want their coffee. And so, because, it'll vary per each person and how many people drink coffee. So yeah, but it's super simple. You can just go onto our website and sign up, and then, and now is actually a great time to do it, because as we get to the second half of the month is you're going to get your coffee much sooner than if you signed up during the first week of that month.
No, that makes sense. That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate all the information. It's super helpful. Is there anything else you wanted to cover about Native?
Yeah, sure. I think the last thing is we've been running this campaign called Save Colorado Coffee. And essentially the campaign is based around supporting local roasters and coffee shops during this shutdown. So without having all the traffic that they would normally have from people coming in, buy a cup of coffee each day, is a lot of these roasters and coffee shops have had to sadly either furlough or lay off a lot of their employees, like baristas and people that work in their roastery, because their traffic is down. And outside of just that traffic, with all these businesses closed, a large portion of roasters' service that they provide goes to local businesses and places that people are going to order bulk amounts of coffee for their office. And with all those shut down, is basically they're not getting those orders out the door. So there's a lot of roasters and small coffee shops that are really struggling. So our Save Colorado Coffee initiative is basically anytime that you buy something from a local roaster or a coffee shop, you actually can go onto our website and just fill out a quick form saying, hey, this is how I supported this roaster or coffee shop. And it'll actually enter you in to win gift cards to different coffee shops throughout Colorado and bags of coffee. And it just gives people an opportunity to get an extra little gift if they end up supporting those roasters and coffee shops. So I think just now is the time for people to really start putting their money where their mouth is and saying, hey, I really like my coffee shop down the street. I'm going to go buy a $50 gift card. I'm going to go buy a bag of beans. And those little purchases really add up and can actually help keep some of these coffee shops and roasters from closing. Because I think sadly, after we get out of all of this, when things start to open back up, is there's going to be a lot less coffee shops and roasters in Colorado because of the financial struggle that they've had to go through.
Right. Well, that's an awesome initiative. Really, that's cool that you're doing that. So all of that information is on your Native Coffee Club website?
Yeah. So if you go to the main website, on the top of the banner, top of the website, there will be a banner that'll say, learn how to help support Colorado coffee. And you click on that, it'll take you to the form. What's also cool is we've included specific ways that you can help our roaster partners that we've partnered with. So they've told us, hey, these are the main ways that we could use help. We could use help with buying gift cards or buying merch or bags of beans. And then it's got a bunch of discounts on there too. So we've tried to create a hub for people to go to where they can actually support these different coffee shops and roasters that we've partnered with.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's fantastic information. I appreciate that. I'm grateful for what you're doing in the community and for the coffee industry here in Colorado in the Front Range. Thanks again for your time, Jake. And for everybody watching, go check out Native Coffee Club, sign up, get out there, support our local coffee shops because we know how much we need them. I sure do. So again, thanks for watching.